Hello, guys. Welcome back to MU Sports TV. This is where you get all the news concerning Manchester United. Guys, we are into our last pre-season match against Fiorentina on Saturday, and I think it's going to be a memorable match because we might see a scenario where we bid a farewell to one of our legends and welcome our new signings. So, guys, tomorrow, the match between Manchester United and Fiorentina is going to be our last preseason game. And as we prepare now for the league, which starts next week on 17th of August for us, as we face Arsenal at Old Trafford. But before that, we play Fiorentina tomorrow at the same venue, our home stadium, that is Old Trafford. And we are playing against Fiorentina. Remember, David De Gea, our former goalkeeper, our former number one, whom I think we have not replaced yet, is playing for Fiorentina, and it is going to be a farewell match for him, and it's going to be a memorable match because this is what we ask as fans. We wanted to bid farewell to David De Gea in a very good and respectful manner because I'm not pleased and I'm not a fan of how he was treated in his last few years at Manchester United, and also the way he left as a free agent. He spent 1 year without a club, and at the moment he signed for Fiorentina last season, he was outstanding, and I can say what he was even far much better than our goalkeepers, that is Bandit and Donana and Tom Hinton combined. So we will get a chance of bidding farewell to one of our great goalkeepers in the name of David De Gea as we play his current team Fiorentina. Also, guys, we might see our latest signing and our latest arrival in the name of Benjamin Sesko, whom we have signed from RB Leipzig in a deal worth 85 million euros. Sesko is, and it is believed that United will be presenting him to the fans at Old Trafford ahead of the game between United and Fiorentina. Same was done to Varane. You can see Rasmus Holland also had a same experience. Also, Eden Heaven also had same experience when he signed from Arsenal. So we are going to have a very interesting day tomorrow where we will be happy to see our players back on the pitch when we're playing football. It's always a nice day if when we are playing. So it's a match day. Hopefully, seeing Sesko and also a bidding farewell to one of our greatest goalkeeper, that is David De Gea. Yeah, I know you might be wondering, is it too soon for me to say that we might see Sesko tomorrow? The speculations are that Sesko is going to be unveiled tomorrow at the crowd at Old Trafford ahead of the match against Fiorentina. And this is because Manchester United already agreed a deal with RB Leipzig in a deal worth 85 million euros. That's around 73 point I think 0.7 pounds, and it is divided in 66 and I think 8 point something or the 7 point something in millions add on. So it is a great deal, and I guess the fee is payable in installments. Yeah, so I think United, the negotiating board led by Omar Berada did a great work there, and also for Benjamin Sesko, reports are saying that he had a chance, he had a chance, or rather, he had an option that he could travel to Manchester today morning, but he wanted to join immediately. He wanted to travel immediately after the two clubs agreed on a deal, on a fee. He wanted to fly immediately to Manchester in order to complete his medicals and everything, so that he can be ready for the start of the new season. And Sesko arrived in Manchester yesterday. Today, the medicals are going to be done, and also the contract to be signed, and the media duties to be completed in time before the game against Fiorentina tomorrow. So, guys, those will be going to Old Trafford tomorrow, guys. Be prepared that we or you guys might have you might be presented by Cisco tomorrow at Old Trafford. That is the speculations, no confirmed um, news from the club itself, that is Manchester United. But it's just speculations from the media outlet and the journalist led by Fabrizio Romano. And when you heard something from Fabrizio Romano, you will always believe in that. So Sesko to Manchester United, it is, here we go, done and completed. Sesko, even according to reports, he reduced his wage demands in order to join Manchester United. You know, when I look at Cunha, he wanted United. Mbeumo wanted United, and also now Sesko only wanted Manchester United. These are the players we should be going for, and I'm very pleased and I'm very happy that the kind of players that want to play for us are the players we have managed to sign. So Sesko to United, here we go, and confirmed. Yeah, so we await the official confirm or the official announcement from the two clubs, that is Manchester United and Leipzig, and also an official statement from the man himself, Benjamin Sesko, thanking his uh, former supporters or fans in Leipzig, and also we hear from the club, and I think today is the day we're going to get the official confirmation or the official announcement from Manchester United regarding the arrival of Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig to Manchester United. Yeah. So after Sesko, I think United might go in for a two, or at least two, on the one or two signings yet, because after Sesko breakthrough, there were news that Manchester United have contacted Baleba's camp in order to explore the condition of the deal. And yesterday we heard that Brighton have slapped a price tag on Carlos Baleba in a region of 104 million pounds, British pounds. So I think when you see that Brighton, when it comes to Brighton, they don't joke around when it comes to selling players. I'm still baffled by how they managed to sell McAllister to Liverpool for not more than 60 million. Because they've sold Joao Pedro, they've sold Cucurella, they've sold Caicedo, they've sold Bissouma. So I think players from Brighton, they always perform. That is why we should not be afraid to spend 104 million for Baleba. You know, you just have to spend big, guys. Because Arsenal spend 100 million plus to sign Rice from West Ham. Rice is outstanding for them. Chelsea spend 100 plus to sign both Enzo Fernandez from Benfica, and also they spend another 100 million to sign Caicedo from Brighton. So they have been outstanding for them as well. So why can't we spend 104 million on Baleba? I know we can strike a deal. I know the deal looks difficult to crack, but it is not impossible. I think if United are really serious and they want to sign Baleba, and they want to send Baleba this summer, they are going to do so. Because if we sell Garnacho to Chelsea for 50 million plus, that will be an advantage, because we can just add a little amount of money and sign Baleba. 104 million. Brighton can't reject 100 million. We bid 100 million, and strike a deal. Maybe offer a player. We have players like Ari Hamas. We can offer them on loan, or maybe we sell them Ari Hamas with a clause where we can buy him back for a certain fee. These are the genius move we should make to sign Baleba. Yeah, so guys, back on the match tomorrow, United versus Fiorentina. As I said, it's going to be our last preseason match before we face Arsenal. I don't know. I heard rumors about United. I don't know, agreed on playing a friendly match between us and Leipzig as a farewell for Benjamin Sesko. I don't know the credibility of that news, but I just had the rumors online, so I don't know if it will be played now or maybe the next summer. I don't know, but at the moment we know the official game, the remaining in the preseason, is against Fiorentina, which is going to be played tomorrow. And as I said, it's the last game before our first competitive match of the season against Arsenal. So we expect to see a full first 11 to feature for us in the first 50 or 60 minutes against Fiorentina before Ruben Amorim made his changes in the second half. So I expect to see a strong squad. Yeah, I expect to see a strong squad against Fiorentina tomorrow. Because in goal, I don't know if Onana is fit yet, but we know that Onana has not featured in any of the preseason games this season because of an hamstring injury. He missed the Leeds match, he missed the West Ham, the Bournemouth, Everton games out because of injury. But I saw him on training to, yesterday, so I think maybe he is on the recovery journey, and he might be available for us against Arsenal. But we wait to hear from Ruben Amorim if he will have a press conference today, and maybe wait to see the team news and the players that will be involved against Fiorentina tomorrow. Whether you can see Anton Anna or maybe he is not ready yet, and if he is not ready yet, the goalkeeper that will start tomorrow against Fiorentina eventually, or will absolutely start against Arsenal next week. So the back three, we are good so far. No injuries apart from Mazraoui. Also, I've missed all the Premier League Summer Series games after a discomfort. After a discomfort he got after playing against Leeds United in Stockholm. He missed the West Ham match. He missed the Bournemouth and the Everton games. So we don't know yet about. I've not spotted him in training yet, but I think maybe he's on the recovery journey, and he must be available in the next coming weeks or so. For Joshua Zirkzee, I've been seeing him on training. He's been very good in training, and I hope maybe he might be fitted tomorrow. So when I said I expect to see a strong first 11, because this is a match where you want to have your best players together in order to see where they make mistake, so that you can rectify that before you face Arsenal. So in goal, I expect to see either Bandir or Tom Hitton. I don't know about Andre Onana, as I said earlier, but I think I expect to see Bandir or Tom Hitton in goal. At the back three, I think Alessandro Martinez is still out, injured after his ACL, but he's recovering well. Maybe he can be available for us in the last games of August or maybe early September. So for Alessandro Martinez, Mazraoui, they're out. I don't know anything about them yet, but what I know is that they won't be starting tomorrow against Fiorentina. So Ando Nana, Joshua Zirkzee, and Alessandro Martinez, and also Mazraoui won't start tomorrow against Fiorentina. The back three, I think Leon Yoro will start, Matthias Delict, and maybe also Eden Heaven will start. I don't think I'll see Luke Shaw, maybe Harry Maguire starting tomorrow against Fiorentina. The right wing back, I think Amad Diallo will play as a right wing back, with Patrick Dogu playing as left wing back. Where there's going to be a lot of concern is our midfield. We saw our midfield against Leeds. It was really pathetic, really poor, no pace. Our midfield against West Ham, we improved, yeah. Against West Ham, we improved. Where we played Kobe Menu and Manu Lugati. Against Bournemouth, we did so well, but not that much because it was Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. Against Everton, I think we were being outrun, and our midfielders, Kobe Menu and Manu Lugati, we saw their weakness. Against West Ham, they were really okay with the ball. They were playing quite well, and they bossed that midfield because West Ham players were not pressing that higher the way Everton players were doing. So if you watch Kobe Menu and Manu Lugati's midfield in comparison between the game against West Ham and the game against Everton, you will know that Manchester United midfielders Kobe Menu and Manu Lugati cannot cope when our opponents are pressing with that aggressiveness that we saw against Everton. So against Everton, you can see that the first goal was caused by a mistake between our defenders and Manu Lugati. He was driving the ball forward. He lost the ball. Our defenders were watching him drive forward. There was no reaction. No one was following him behind. So there was no lack of reaction. And I don't know if it's Desagana Gay made a cross and scored by Ndiaye. Yeah, and also in the same match, the second goal, which was an own goal by Amad Diallo, the mistake was from our midfield. Bruno Fernandes somehow he managed not to pass the ball. Yeah. So and Everton got a chance. Iliman there with the ball, it drives forward, and we scored an own goal. So you can see there's 2 goals we conceded against Everton was due to our midfielders, Bruno Fernandes and also Malugade. So our midfielders can't play when our opponents are aggressive in nature, and when maybe teams like Burnley, Fulham, Newcastle, when they watch our game against Everton, already they know our weakness. When they see Ugarte and Mino in the midfield, they know our weakness. These midfielders can play under pressure. So let's give them the pressure. They'll press and press, and our midfielders, I kid you not, they will make mistakes. Yeah, and those mistakes will be costly, and we're going to concede goals because I tell you what, when the midfield is not strong enough, even if you have the likes of Maldini in defense, you wanna concede goals. The midfield is the midfield is always acting as a sub defense. Yeah, it holds the team. Yeah, the midfield. That's why all along I always want to see our midfield being stronger, because if you have a stable midfield, if we have a stable midfield, guy, I tell you what, you will find that we can score goals easily, and we can't concede goals cheaply than the way we conceded cheap goals last season. We conceded a lot of cheap goals, defensive mistake, goalkeeping mistake, and also a lot of midfield mistakes. I tell you what, if you watch the game between Manchester United and Spurs in the Europa League final, the goal scored by Brendan Johnson was a mistake from the midfield, and it was Bruno Fernandes. Same scenario with the game against Everton. So Bruno Fernandes, I tell you what, if you want to play against a team that is pressing that higher than the way Everton pressed, don't risk play Bruno Fernandes as one of the 2 midfielders in the pivot. Bruno Fernandes need to play much higher, I think, as an attacking midfielder, because losing the ball where he always plays is very, very risky, and somehow our players, they don't have they lack awareness. You can see Bruno Fernandes with the ball, and all other defenders are just watching. So when Bruno Fernandes loses the ball, there are going to be loopholes, and you're gonna see cheap goals being considered again next season. So this midfield area, it needs to be addressed. Yeah, it needs to be addressed, and I think with now the club making an inquiry of Baleba from Brighton, this means that we are going to sign a midfielder. So if it's not Baleba, it might be Hojmuland, or it might be Angelo Stiller, or it might be somebody else. But we really need a good defensive midfielder. But I tell you what, if we are going to be a competitive team, if we want to be a competitive team to make the top 4, we need Baleba. Let's spend the 100 million on Baleba. Let's take this risk. Chelsea did it. Arsenal did it. Let's have and take this risk. And I'm really pleased, by the way, we have signed 2 players with the league experience. And if you can add Baleba, who has experience in this league, and Baleba, I've watched his game against us. He really bossed that midfield against Arsenal, against Man City. He doesn't have that. He has confidence, and that is what our midfielders in the name of Manu Ugarte lacks. Ugarte is a very good midfielder. Let's watch and see if we manage to sign Baleba. You are going to see where Manuel Ugarte is important in making those tackles. I know sometimes he's aggressive, and he's received a lot of yellow cards because of that, but he needs to watch out on how he makes the timing of his tackles. So if you can sign Baleba and partner him with Manuel Ugarte, we're going to see our midfield is going to be stable, and when our midfield is stable, we're going to score goals and avoid conceding cheap goals. So I think Baleba should be a priority. And if you're going, as I said, if we're going to make top 6, top 5, top 4 next season, we need a strong midfield. And a strong midfield is by going all in out to sign Baleba from Brighton. Brighton won't sell, but if you can meet their valuation, they want 104 million. But if you can make 100 million, they can't reject it, and that is why we need to go all in for Carlos Baleba, and it's going to be a no-brainer. I know if you sign Baleba, even if it means we won't sign a new goalkeeper, let's see how Nana is going to behave, because he said he wants to prove his haters wrong. So let's see how Onana is going to behave in the first half of the season. If he performs well and good, if he doesn't perform, I think we will need a new goalkeeper in January. Yeah. So guys, I'm waiting to see the midfield pairing that Ben Amorim will go out with tomorrow against Fiorentina in the first half. Will it be Ugarte Maino partnering? And if it is Ugarte Maino, that means Bruno Fernandes will play up front. That means Holland might not start. Will it be Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes? Will it be Bruno Fernandes, Gate, or Bruno Fernandes, Menu? So we are going to see that tomorrow in the first half. That will be very crucial. Watch out on the first half team that will start against Fiorentina tomorrow. They might be starting against Arsenal next week, the first game of the season. Up front now, I want to see Matheus Cunha playing on the right and Mbomo playing on the left. I don't want to see Mbomo playing up front, yeah, or maybe seeing Mbomo playing on the left. Yeah, I want to see Mbomo playing on the left, on the right, that is, and Cunha playing on the right. Yeah, so let's see how it will work out tomorrow. And I want the connection between Bruno Fernandes, Mbeumo, and Matheus Cunha. If Holland will start up front, that means we will see a midfield of maybe Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, maybe Gate, and then Matheus Cunha, Mbeumo, and Rasmus Holland. I think it's going to be an interesting match, because we are going to see now our first team players, or maybe our new signings featuring at Old Trafford, the first match at Old Trafford, and familiarizing with the surrounding, because we are going to have our first game of the season in the same stadium a week after. So guys, what do you think should be done? Do you think we should go all out for Baleba? The reported fee that Brighton have set on Carlos Baleba is £104 million. Do you think we should just sign Baleba for that fee somehow? If we sell Garnacho to Chelsea, 50 million plus, we know how we can fund the remaining 50 million, to seal this transfer. And if it is supposed to be done, it should be done as quick as possible before our second or third games of the season. Or we should go for cheap alternatives. Sometimes cheap is expensive. What do you think? We go all in out for Baleba, or cheap alternatives? I don't think Udmuland will come cheap. Around maybe a 60 to 50 million. Andelo Stiller, around 40 to 50 million from Stuttgart. So let me know your opinions. Let me know your views in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys.